Okay, now that you've learned how to write the introductory paragraph for your response to literature essay, we're going to work on writing that first body paragraph. The first body paragraph talks about how the character acted in the beginning of the story. So the first thing that you'll need to write is you'll need to write a topic sentence. This topic sentence will tell what the paragraph is going to be about. Now, make sure you stay on topic and only talk about how the character acted in the beginning of the story. Then, you're going to use some kind of lead-in, something like, for example, to introduce a concrete detail. A concrete detail can be a direct quote or a paraphrase. It can be something the character said or something the character did in the story. After the concrete detail, you're going to write 2 sentences of commentary. I gave you some sentence starters here, so use these sentence starters if you get in a bind, but the commentary is going to explain what that concrete detail is saying. It's your analysis, your opinion. Again, not using the pronouns I, my, or me. Then you're going to repeat steps 2, 3, and 4. You're going to write another concrete detail that shows how the character acted in the beginning of the story, and 2 more sentences of commentary. Again, use these sentence starters. Those will help you to get the commentary started. Lastly, you'll write a concluding sentence that kind of just gives a finished feeling to the paragraph. And I gave you some sentence starters here to help you out. So if you look at our example over here, and we go up here, I actually have 2 topic sentences because those 2 sentences together would be pretty long if I combine them. But it goes out like this. In the beginning of the episode, Kevin explains that he and Winnie, a former girlfriend, have decided to be just friends. Even though it's obvious that he still likes her, he convinces himself that he can be civil with her. So those 2 sentences are introducing the fact that even though Kevin has said he and Winnie are going to be just friends, we know he has deeper feelings for her. Now, here's our concrete detail. An example of this is when he asks her to go on a date with his best friend Paul so that Paul can make his former girlfriend jealous. Now, we didn't have a copy of the text, but I wanted to make sure that someone got credit for this, so we just put in the wonder years. Now here's our commentary. This demonstrates Kevin's willingness to not only help his friend Paul, but to also show that he doesn't have feelings for Winnie. That's sentence 1 of commentary. Here's sentence 2. This is important because in order to put his feelings aside, he needs to prove to everyone around him that he doesn't really like Winnie anymore. Next concrete detail. Another example of Kevin trying to prove that he's over Winnie is when he yells out, "I don't like her anymore." Again, want to give credit to the Wonder Years since that's the episode that we watched. Commentary. Kevin is trying to verbalize he no longer has those deep feelings for Winnie. By yelling it out in front of Paul and the entire PE class, he is outwardly displaying his indifference to her. Just to back up a little bit, there's our concrete detail, our 2 sentences of commentary, and now our concluding sentence. Kevin needs to listen to his inner feelings that he has for his past girlfriend Winnie. So that's our first body paragraph. The next body paragraph that you will need to write, you will need to talk about how Kevin acts towards the end of the story, how he starts to finally be truthful with himself and recognize his feelings for Winnie, and you'll need to include some examples of how he does that using this format. All right, you're good to go on your own.